Hello, Eric here. Facebook.com/Eric the Conqueror or YouTube.com/user/the Sandman047. Uh, Anyways, as I was saying, these videos. I mean, it's not. These videos aren't my. It's not like this is my like legacy or anything. It's cause like everybody I talk to knows. Well, at least I should hope that they know my ideas and like my views and opinions. I mean, it's impossible for them to know all of it. And you know, actually, I can't even say that because in the past I've had a problem talking to people and being shady and reserved. And but yeah, as I practiced that, I got more and more comfortable with expressing myself, and that's a huge thing. Self-expression is huge. Like without that, it doesn't matter if you know the meaning of life if you can't express yourself, because that is what living is. It's like this. It's like this little dance, as so to speak. Like you dance with life. If you don't make an impact on anybody, well, I don't want to say an impact, but if you don't interact and if you're not able to express yourself and get feedback from your environment, then what are you really doing? Like, you're vegetating. And I don't know, that's just my take on it. But again, there's that like thing, like it's interaction, it's movement, and like even energy is just movement. It's attraction and movement of electrons and you know charges, and you can't develop a charge without movement, and that's what it is. And in movement is energy. So that's just my little take on it. But yeah, it's just I think it's very important that we integrate movement into our lifestyle a little bit more. I mean, we're always sedentary. I mean, now think about how it was before. We used to like have to entertain ourselves by going outside and like doing all this fun stuff. And I don't know, we still do, but a lot of our lives have been taken over by cell phones and videos and YouTube even. Like what really? It's cool that I mean I know I'm reaching an audience, right? But at the same time, I wouldn't really be too happy if my audience was just sitting here all day watching YouTube videos, right? Like, the thing I'm trying to say is, like, I don't get me wrong, I watch some YouTube videos too, but I'm applying myself too. And don't get me wrong, it's not wrong to sit there, like, it's not wrong to enjoy entertainment and all that. Like, even I don't really watch TV, but I watch certain shows that I want to watch. And like, if I like a certain storyline, I've been watching Breaking Bad lately. I think I'm on season 4 or season 5, and I don't really watch it as fast as I can. I just watch it whenever I feel like it, and I play games once in a while, and I think it's healthy. It's normal. It's healthy. It's Everybody should play games. Everybody should watch what they want to watch, and everybody should also read and do what you want to do. I'm not saying that you should do what I tell you to do, but I'm saying if there's something you want to do, do it. Don't think about it. I mean, think about it if you need to, but it doesn't matter what you do as long as you do it. If you do it, then that's like the act, like, I hope you know what I'm trying to say. And yeah, it's just, I think it's cool that people do what they want, and they should. But what I'm saying is I invite people to be a little bit more physical, like, I do my stretches and stuff, and they're a little bit provocative and weird and odd looking, but apologies. Yeah, I mean, they look a little bit awkward and weird, and some people say, "Why are you stretching here?" Like in public. I don't give a fuck. If I feel like squatting down and stretching out my glutes and my knees and my abductors, I'm going to do that. Like, what's it to you if I'm? It doesn't really matter. I'm not impeding anybody. That's also another thing I've been thinking. If I'm not bothering anybody, if I'm not directly damaging somebody else's way of living or like what they're doing right now, what I do should be of no concern to them. I mean, like, unless I'm committing some sort of heinous crime or something like that, and then it's okay. Then we can think, okay, that person's being a bad person, and that person shouldn't be doing what they're doing. But if somebody's doing something, it should not impact your way of life. It should not impact your happiness, because I mean, we give. I was watching another. I forget what his name is, but he said that if we give somebody the power, if we want somebody to change, and we're saying that our happiness depends on what that person does. We give that person power over us because that person can choose if they want to make us happy or not. And if they're a dick or an asshole or whatever it may be, they can damage us, whether intentional or unintentional. And you know, I think that's just worth thinking about. And yeah, it's just the whole thing of running and like the thing I really like about running is that I'm no cardio junkie, but when you run, you like my heart starts to beat faster. You get shortness of breath, and you really that in essence is like the feeling of life because sometimes like we're comfortable and we don't know that we get used to this like sedentary lifestyle, but the absence of that comfort is what really living is all about. I mean, your heart's beating, all your endorphins are shooting off, you're getting tired, your legs are starting to cramp up, and you're pushing through and pushing, and then you try to push as far as possible. I mean, and at some point you will break, and it's just like it's like a stress test, so to speak. And anyways, I think it's kind of cool that our body has the ability to develop and move past that and stretch the boundaries, stretch the limits. And anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look at the sun coming out. Beautiful. Interesting thing happened today. Well, not really interesting, but yesterday we went to go look at a farm, and I was kind of into it and I liked it. But then what made my day was the rain and the thunder. I mean, I loved that. That was amazing. And I always think of it as a good omen. It means I'm charged, the earth is charged, the earth is discharging, and that's the earth. And when the earth develops a charge, it discharges, right? And that's kind of like what a run is to me. A run and movement is just a quick little discharge of whatever pent up or rage or energy, or yeah, essentially energy, because that's all rage really is. And it's just a little pent up energy. And yeah, it's cool. And what I find curious is that today, for whatever reason, I don't even know why, I decided to wear a red shirt, and lo and behold, the sun is shining. And I also ran into, maybe this has to do with actually the sun influencing us, but I saw a couple other people also wearing red shirts today, and I just thought that was curious. Yeah, yeah. And that's all I really have to say for now. And yeah, it's uh, yeah, I'm all drained now. I'm pretty. You noticed before how like when I start talking about a topic and I just ramp up, that my energy ramps up, and then once I have said what I need to say, the energy ramps down. Also, it probably has something to do with me taking that run, and I was like, look how charged I was when I first came here, and like I needed to say like. So I also think that if you need to say something, you should take a quick, you shouldn't like overly exert yourself and get yourself hyped up either, but get that charge, so that when you do get that charge going, so that when you do, if and when you do get emotional, you'll know how to react to it, because you've already charged yourself once, and you're not going to get charged on your own. Like, you get what I mean? Like, if you're talking about something that you're passionate about, that will charge you because it'll bring out your emotion, and that inherently might lead you to not be grounded anymore. That'll unground you. And so if we go for like a quick little burst, you kind of burst yourself and get yourself used to the charge, so to speak. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's just my way of looking at it, and I don't know, I think it's cool. I think it's good. And the more we charge and discharge, the better we get at it. Yeah,